In response to the outcry of residents of Isheri North communities, a border community between Lagos and Ogun states, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Professor Joseph Terlumun Utsev, and the Minister of State for Environment, Dr. Ishaq Salako, and some Ogun State EXCO members visited the area to inspect the affected community, meet with residents to sympathize with them, and agree on a lasting solution to the yearly flooding that plagues the area and its environs. According to residents, represented by one of the oldest members in the community, the flood situation has been plaguing the community for more than 20 years and there hasn't been any intervention either from both Ogun and Lagos states or the federal government. He said this situation has caused the continuous damage of both lives and properties without any solution in sight. Furthermore, he asked for the dredging and desilting of the Ogun River, which should accommodate more water when the Oyan Dam releases water at around this time every year. While replying, the Ogun State Governor, who had initially visited the community about 48 hours earlier, assured the people that after his earlier inspection and promising to involve the federal government, that was the reason the president dispatched 2 relevant federal ministers to come and assess the situation.
The federal government has shown by this response that they are willing to give us that support. So I want us to first give Mr. President a round of applause for sending these 2 ministers, high ministers, and also let us give the 2 ministers a round of applause for making themselves available immediately, within 24 hours, to be here in Isheri North. So I think that probably before the ministers begin to come in, we should take a drive and go and see for ourselves.
The governor then went ahead on an inspection tour with the 2 ministers through the flooded streets of Isheri North. After the inspection, the 2 ministers then went ahead to address the residents. The Minister of Water Resources said his team had earlier done an inspection of the area and they were well aware of the problem. In addition, he said the federal government has set up a committee to look into floods across the country and will add a member of this community to the said committee. Furthermore, the Minister of State for Environment said his ministry will immediately commission a comprehensive study of the whole area, which will give a detailed understanding of the area and which would enable them get a permanent solution to the flood. He added that due to global warming, some of the disasters cannot be avoided, but can be managed effectively through proper drainage systems, the silting of rivers, proper waste disposal, and so much more. The governor, however, ending the session, said because the area is on a floodplain, some of the situations are inevitable and some buildings will have to be removed, the main road properly constructed with bigger and better drainages, and also building of structures that will serve as embankments to keep the water at bay.
This area is what we describe as, a floodplain, but with the proper drainage master plan, like the second engineer had mentioned, and the right channelization, of canalization, the silting of our rivers and some of the tributaries, we can ensure that the water is appropriately guided into the lagoon and without having it flowing back into our residences.
The community of Isheri North, comprising of Isheri North GRA, Lonex Gardens, Osun Heritage Estate, Harmony Estate, Riverview Estate, Riverbank, and Gavel Estates, and so on, have been grappling with the effects of flooding in the area for about a week, mainly due to the release of water from the Oyan Dam into the Ogun Osun River, which borders the community.